Hello guys, welcome back to another vlog. I'm in my car getting ready to go to the hair salon and get a haircut, but before I go, I thought I would give a quick reading update. So in my last video, I was reading Heartless Hunter. I finished that and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. It was so good. And I immediately went back to Barnes & Noble and picked up Rebel Witch. I finished this the other day. It was so good. I gave this one 4 out of 5 stars because I personally liked the first one more, but it was still a really good book. I have got to head out now, but I will catch up with you guys a little bit later and talk about some of the other books that I'm reading. I am back home now and my hair looks exactly the same. I just got a trim and then cleaned up my little bang things. But anyway, Heartless Hunter and Rebel Witch, 5 out of 5 stars for me. And then I also read a book on my Kindle called Hot Dog Girl. And when I was at Barnes & Noble to buy Rebel Witch, I came across this book. So I got it on my Kindle and read it. It's about this teenage girl who lives in a small town. And in her small town, they have a really small amusement park. And every summer, all of the teenagers work at this amusement park. And every year, she gets cast as the hot dog. I was really in the mood for like a really lighthearted, summery read, so I found it quite fun and entertaining. I finished it really quickly. I switched between the audiobook and the physical book, and the audiobook was only like 7 hours. So it was a fast read. And I'm currently reading The Perfect Escape by Suzanne Park. This book is about 2 teenagers that live in Seattle and they work in an escape room. And the escape room theme is zombies. If you can't tell, I've kind of been in a YA contemporary genre vibe recently. And I'm almost done with that book as well. And then the last book I'm reading is I'm finally getting to Map of the Other Lands. I've mentioned this in like 3 videos. There's not much to say about it. Hopefully I can get it read this month. Also, on the topic of reading, I have had my eye on the new Kindle Colorsoft, and it's quite pricey. It's almost $300. So a part of me wants to splurge and buy it, but another part of me knows it's probably not worth $300. So I'm hoping to maybe catch it in a summer sale or like a Mother's Day sale or something if Amazon does a Mother's Day sale. But yes, I know I'm trying to work through my physical TBR, but it's just, it looks so pretty to see your covers in color. And don't get me wrong, I love my Paperwhite, and I probably won't get rid of this because I still really like it, but I just really want to try the Kindle Colorsoft. So maybe if it goes on sale, we'll see. I'll keep my eye out for it. Last weekend, Leo and I went to Home Depot and went plant shopping, and I potted these really cute flowers to grow, and I came out yesterday and there was a squirrel digging all over in my pot of flowers. So now there is dirt everywhere, and I had these little grass things growing, and they're all very sad, and I'm pretty sure they're not going to make it. But I also got these hydrangeas, and the squirrels have also been digging around in these, but not as much because I think it's a little harder for them to get into the dirt versus this pot. But yeah, these are my hydrangeas, and I hope I can keep them alive for the summer. I have done so much reading this week that I was trying to list off all the books I've finished and I kept forgetting them. So I have my book list here, or else I just know I'm gonna forget one of these. I've finished 5 books and it's only halfway through April, which I honestly can't believe because I have been reading like maybe 1 book a month this whole year, and it's just been such a slow reading year for me for some reason. So to have already read 5 books by mid-April, I'm really excited about. Okay, let's start off with The Perfect Escape. This was a 3-star read for me because there were just some elements of this book that I couldn't like fully get behind, like my brain just wouldn't believe it. For example, there are zombies in this book. They're not real zombies, but they're like robot zombies. And I just couldn't believe that. I don't know. It was just hard for me to believe that these characters were like chased by these robot zombies. So 3 out of 5 stars. I finished it. It was okay. I enjoyed it. Moving on to the next book, I finished Emily Wilde's Map of the Other Lands. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. And I can honestly say that the Emily Wilde books, I truly never know what direction the story and plot is going in. They're always such a surprise to me, and I feel like I've read so many books, especially in like the fantasy genre, that I see things coming often from like a long ways away, and these books are just so fun and whimsical, and I just never know what's gonna happen next. I honestly think this is my favorite series that I've read so far this year. Okay, moving on to books that I picked up at the library. The first is Dating and Dragons by Christy Boyce. The first book in this series is called Dungeons and Drama, but that was already checked out at my library. And I did some research and found out that you don't have to read the first book in order to read the second book. So I picked it up. I finished it in like 2 days. It was really fast. I also rated this one 3 stars, but honestly, it's more towards like a 3.5 because I did like this one more than The Perfect Escape, but essentially this is about Quinn Norton, and she moves to a new high school and she's trying to make new friends, and she comes across this group that plays Dungeons and Dragons, and she also loves Dungeons and Dragons. So she convinces this group of teenagers to let her play with them, but while she's doing so, she's slowly falling for one of the boys in the group named Logan. I feel like this book really encapsulates what it's like to be in high school and just the overall drama of being a teenager and the kind of things that you're worried about, like fitting in and making friends. Those things just feel like such a big part of your life during that age period. So I do feel like this portrayed that really well. And I learned so much about Dungeons and Dragons. I just had no clue. Like, I've heard of it and I kind of knew what it was, but I really didn't know that much about it. So I did learn a lot about Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, we are now caught up to all of the books I finished, but I have 2 more books from the library. The first one is Beneath These Cursed Stars by Lexi Ryan. This is the 3rd book in the These Hollow Vows series. This is about Bree's younger sister. I'm only on chapter 4, but I'm hoping I can get this done this week. The very last book I picked up is Gentle by Courtney Carver. Rest more, stress less, and live the life you actually want. I've never heard of this, but I saw it at the library and it just looked really interesting. I thought this would be a good nighttime nonfiction book for me to check out, so I got this as well. Yeah, those are all of the books, and thank you for watching my spring reading vlog, and I will see you guys again very soon. Golden, golden things, golden. I follow only golden, golden.